I mean, guys, women are simple. Just feed us, fuck us, and flex. And also make sure that you're emotionally available, so when I express my emotions, you don't get dismissive and you're not afraid of them, and have your standards and have boundaries and make more money than me, and make sure that I never have to pull out my credit card or wonder what the plan is or open a door. And then also allow us to have so much fun together so that I can be fully playful and in my feminine. And when I look deep into your eyes and see you for who you are, don't get afraid and pull away and get dismissive, but instead meet me where I am and like fully want to commit to me for the rest of your life. That's so easy, right?
And I ain't gonna lie to you, nobody's ever finna make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spend that shit, okay? It's a difference between having a nigga that got money and having a nigga that spend that shit. I need a shark, okay? Somebody that overly spends that shit. Never tells me no. I don't even tell myself no. So you think you finna come over here and tell me no? It's not happening. The fuck? I need an overly loaded spender. Send me your biggest spender. Need that. And y'all are never going to make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spends that shit. I feel like I'm very deserving. I work very hard. I take care of all my own shit already. So if you're going to come around, you for sure going to be spending something. You got to make my life easier, okay? And if I'm not struggling by myself, I'm for damn sure not going to be struggling with your ass. I can't do shit with a little nigga. I can't do shit with a broke nigga. I need a spender. A shark, preferably, okay? I'm tired of fucking around with Nemo in them. I cannot. I have no more tolerance in me for anybody. All that, oh, you gotta wait till Friday. I don't even make myself wait till Friday. What the fuck are we even talking about? I need it now. Thank ya. And come fucked already too, because we ain't doing that.
I need a rich man to fund my real estate career. Honestly, where do y'all be finding these niggas that just be funding your lifestyle shit? Do you gotta sell it? I'm not selling it. It's not for sale. I'm not a hooker. But are y'all hookers? I don't know. I need a sugar daddy minus the sugar. Okay? You know, yeah, that's it. That's the post. Honestly, like, I normally don't do this, but I don't know. I don't know how they're finding y'all. So y'all find me. Shit, find me. Shit, I'll make you laugh or something. I don't know. Yeah, I need a rich man to come save me.
I will never understand this 50-50 shit between men and women. Do not ask me to pay for anything, okay? You're coming up to me, you're saying that you want to have babies. Having a baby doesn't mean just having a baby, you know? I'm going to risk my sanity. I'm going to risk my job. I'm going to risk my body being changed pretty much forever. I'm probably never ever going to get my old body back. And this is because I'm giving you a baby, by the way. And you're telling me that you want to split the bill. Are you serious? So when a woman asks you for financial stability, if you're going to cry about it, you can go and marry a man. You can do that. Actually, you know what? You can go and marry an animal. And I want to speak up on it because I just see so many women out there that are settling for absolute bare minimum. Why? And don't get me wrong, I know the economy's shit. That's why people like me, amazing women like me, will always offer to help. Yeah? But don't expect shit from me. Because that's when things go downhill. Don't expect shit from me and don't ask me for shit. If you want me, you're going to work hard.
I don't know why, but nothing grosses me out more than when a man asks me for something that costs money. When a man asks me to spend money on him. It is the most feminine thing. It is so unattractive. And you can call me sexist, call me whatever you want, but I just feel like it is so not masculine for a man to ask a woman to spend her money. Call me what you want, call me a gold digger, call me a princess, I don't care. I just personally think it is such a turnoff and it just screams feminine energy. If I wanted feminine energy, I would be a lesbian and just date a girl. And I don't know what it is, but it's becoming so trendy now. These men want princess treatment. They really do. They're like, oh, you're gonna take me shopping? I want a pedicure. I want a massage. I want a facial. Like, men are straight up acting like women.
Men, y'all don't want to pay no bills. You can't fix shit. You can't build shit. You can't change my tire. You can't change my oil. You don't know how to manage money. I can't fight. You can't swim. Don't know how to travel. You can't even book a damn flight. Y'all don't show affection, and you don't prioritize making your lady smile. Like, y'all just don't give a fuck. And have the audacity to be in my phone? My phone, though? You don't know me. I will shit on you in every lifetime, okay? There's nothing that you can do for me.
Most men in 2025 are a fucking disgrace. Let me just tell you what I just witnessed, okay? I am in a shopping center by my house. There is a grocery store in this shopping center. As I'm pulling in, a couple, girl and a guy, come walking out in front of me, whole cart full of groceries. You know who's pushing the cart? The female. The female's pushing the cart. And not only is the female pushing the cart, she has a boot on her foot. Like one of the, I call them a moon boot. The moon boots, like she's injured. He is holding his keys, his vape, and the receipt. While his girlfriend, who is clearly injured, pushes the fucking cart. Where did we lose it along the way? Where did we lose it along the way? I don't understand. Push the fucking cart, push the stroller, carry the bags, open the door. Like, when did we lose that? It's disgraceful. It's just disgraceful at this point.
I just want a man who just wakes up and says, "What you doing today? You got plans tonight? All right. Well, I would love for you to accompany me in some dinner. I would love to take you out." What the so hard about that? I don't think we're understanding as a generation that we're not no little kids anymore. This is how you, linking up to just go do whatever is high school shit, college shit. Just let's go get this eat and let's just walk around. We are grown. Some people we know have babies. Some people we know are married. Some people have their own place. Some people are doing big things. We are on our way to our 30s. We are nearing 25. And y'all just like, oh, you smoke? Oh, what you want to do? Oh, can you pull up? That's not dating. Y'all not kids. You're a grown man. Ask me out. What the fuck? We need to have...
Can you believe I couldn't even find one man to offer to pump my gas? I hate pumping my own gas. I even went out there and was sniffing the gas, thinking they would say, "Lady, you're not supposed to sniff gas." Nobody cared. Because when you get old, they don't care. I hate pumping gas. I need a boyfriend to help me pump my gas and probably wash my car. I like my car clean, so I have to do it on my own. But I really love the smell of gas. I wish I could wear gas perfume, to be honest with you.
A lot of women are offended by the idea of a man asking them for a prenup, but I feel like a lot more women should be for it. Because if you're afraid of a prenup, you think it's like, oh my God, my lover is saying he doesn't trust me. No, this is about protecting potential assets. Because you're thinking, okay, the man makes more than me. If we get divorced, I'm gonna get nothing. And why are you not thinking, what if you get a bag? What if right now you get married at 30, 35, but now at 55, you come up on some money, y'all are getting split up, and he wants half of that? God forbid. I don't care if I get married with $2 in my account. We're getting a prenup. We're getting a prenup. We're getting a prenup.
And in 2026, start dating like a white girl. Date them all, post them all, because what are they going to do about it? Literally nothing. I'm so tired of women being like, oh, he cheated on me. I feel so embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed for his actions? Just go back to the post and edit the caption. Didn't know I was with a cheater when we took this picture. Boom. There you go. Stop being so serious. You were not married. Go be in the streets. Have fun, okay?
I feel like it's so easy to have a girlfriend and like please women. Like I feel like men make it so hard, like genuinely. Like I'm starting to think maybe I should just get a girlfriend and, you know, spoil her or whatever, because it's so easy. Like genuinely, y'all be doing way too much. It's not hard to get flowers every time you see her. If anything, if you're broke as shit, you could literally go outside, pick some flowers off a fucking bush and give it to her, and I promise you she'll be grateful. And if anything, it means even more because you handpicked that flower. It's not hard to go on dates. It's not hard to, you know, you could go on inexpensive dates all the time. Take her out, have a little picnic date. Be like, you could literally find different sceneries in wherever you are and go take your girl out. Y'all can have a little picnic in a car or whatever. Like, it don't matter. I feel like what matters most for women is seeing you show up and put in effort. Like, it's so simple. It's the simplest things that really matter. Like,
the real reason that club culture is failing is because they've priced out all of the hot guys from the club. I club all the time. I've been clubbing in Miami, Las Vegas, New York, Ibiza. In all of the clubs, it's all about bottle service and it's all about tables, and that's what the club cares about. And they also don't even want regular guys in the club. They only want guys in the club if they're buying a table. And think about who is buying a table. Old men, married men, foreign businessmen, or it's like a promoter and 20 girls. Whenever the club is catering towards these old men, the girls in the club, yeah, you can go and dance with your friends and drink for free, but if you're ever like on the actual dance floor, it's like a hellscape because the whole club is geared towards tables. They don't want the dance floor to be fun. They want it to be overcrowded and awful because they want people to buy tables. Girl, and you want to go out and you want to dance with your friends and you want to kiss a hot boy, there is no hot guys in the club. Girls want to be where the hot guys are. I'm sorry if this is offensive. In the same way that the men buying the tables only want hot girls there, hot girls want to be where hot guys are. Hot guys are in a dive bar, they're in a regular bar, they're not in a club spending $1,000 on a $30 bottle of Casamigos. That's not where they are. Really, it was old rich men who ruined the club. You think about peak Jersey Shore, the guys and the girls were just all in the club together and everyone was just on the dance floor dancing. The club is just not like that at all anymore, and girls are a commodity to these rich old men who spend $15,000 on a table just so they can sit near them for a night. And there is a limit on how much you can listen to an old man yap in your ear. In order to save the clubs, we must start letting the hot guys in again.
I fear men as a gender have completely lost the plot because I just saw a video of 4 men standing on a table in a club above women with go-yard purses? Purses? You lost me at standing on the table in the club, but purses?
Oh my gosh, being single is so expensive. This is not what I signed up for. I really got to go buy outfits just to go out, just to try to impress these fools. And then on top of that, when I do go out, I got to at least buy myself an initial, beginner drink. So whatever that price may be. Sometimes I even got to pay to get into places by myself. I'm just so disgusted.
Being a single girl in this economy is hard. Either you go on the dating apps or you meet someone in the wild. But every time I go into the wild, I'm spending at least like $150 to leave my house. And the time I spend in the wild, the whole time I'm just thinking about how much I want to go back home. Yeah, that costs me $150 like every single time. I was telling my friends, I was like, I am about to start calling these bars and I'm like, can you put my picture on like a big screen? And then like if any man at the bar is interested in getting to know me, they can like be like, hi, I am. And then the bar can let me know like you have 5 contenders here. And I just go to the bar and then I meet them and then I come home. Wouldn't that be so simple? Wouldn't that make my life so much easier? And your life and our lives and all of our lives? Imagine if bars had that feature. They're like, these are the single ladies that want to come to the bar this night. Does anybody love them? Do you love them? And the boys are like, we love them. We would love to date them. And then you can go to the bar and you can find the love of your life and you can get married and live happily ever after. And then we can stop going out and spending $150.
Can we just talk about how expensive it really is being a girl in today's day and age? I know there's so many videos on TikTok already that talk about this, like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your eyelashes done. I want to talk about the shower expenses that girls face. I had to exfoliate my body, and why did I have to exfoliate my body? Because I needed to prep my skin for self-tanning. I know guys can do this too, but I think girls do this more often. Hair care, if you did dye your hair, the shampoos, the conditioners, the hair masks, everything is so much more expensive as a girl. Shaving as well is so expensive. Laser is like $1,000. If I don't do these things, I just feel like I don't feel amazing. Let me know in the comments below if you noticed how expensive it was.
It actually costs you more to be single than it does in a relationship, and let me tell you why. Also, yes, I'm in the bathtub. Shut up. When I was living with my roommate in a very nice area, it was a 2-bed, 2-bath, beautiful balcony in a very safe area. All utilities were included, but Wi-Fi. We had a parking stall included as well. The only extra was like a pet fee, which I paid. I now live in a basement, 1 bed, 1 bath, again, in a nice area, just a different nice area. Street parking, no balcony. All utilities are on me. And I pay, depending, on the utilities, because that does vary, but I would say close to $1,600 a month. So yes, it is cheaper to live with your partner or roommate than it is to live by yourself. So for people who think, oh, well, you're single, you don't have to spend money on going out with your partner, buying them gifts, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I'm paying $500 extra just to live in a place by myself.
I ain't gonna front with y'all. Paying for an apartment by yourself is so ghetto. Yes, I second the ghetto-ness. I really want somebody I'll really wife up. Wait. I'll literally take anybody to be my spouse right now. It's so expensive. Paying for my rent now has got me looking at some people sideways. Because they did not teach you house manners. And also, I try to make sure that I spend every day at my house, because now that I'm paying rent, I'm trying to make sure I utilize every single activity that my apartment has. I make sure that I utilize every space inside of my apartment. I make sure to just make sure that I'm getting my money's worth. It's really expensive to be single in this economy. It's getting very expensive.
You know what I find so crazy this day and age? Okay. Women want to be taken care of, right? They're like, oh, I want a man who's going to pay all the bills. I want a man who's going to support me and blah, blah, blah. And I want to stay home. It is almost impossible for anyone to stay home unless your man is working 3 jobs, has another job, doing something he shouldn't be doing. I feel like in this day and age, it is impossible for you to rely on one income. How can you expect a man to pay all the bills and you do absolutely nothing? You bring nothing. I don't want to say you bring nothing to the table, because maybe you cook, you clean, you bring them peace. But as far as money, think of it as yourself. If he said to you, oh, honey, go to work and you're going to pay all the bills, you would be like, I can't. So he can't either. I don't think anybody wants to pay bills. Nobody wakes up and says, hey, I want to have this career. I want to get paid and I want to waste all my money on bills. Nobody wants that, but that's just being an adult. That's just what you have to do. So if I was told, hey, you don't have to work another day in your life, A, I would still go to work because I love my job. And B, I don't know. I feel like I have to contribute something. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I've never been in the position for someone to take care of me in that way, but I don't know. I just don't think that the man should pay every single bill in the home.
If you're in your 20s, go hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with. Dating in your 20s is messy. Now is the time to give into the urges and desires so that later on you're not resenting yourself or somebody else for it. Am I being an enabler? Sure, but your 20s is about learning crisis management and your 30s is for crisis prevention. I don't know what pheromones have kicked up in the air, but everyone I know is hooking up with someone they shouldn't, and we need to stop feeling bad for it. Who cares? We're all gonna laugh about it. We're all gonna die one day. That's just my hot take.
Where are the girls that are in their late 20s? They're not married, they're single, no fiance, no relationship, no kids. That is literally all of my friends, and I just feel like an outlier. I don't know, I feel like there is not
a place for me anywhere. Like, I'm literally sitting alone on my couch. I don't know, like, most of the time I'm okay, but sometimes that loneliness does creep in. Where are you guys at?
Most men are choosing to stay single because you ain't just as easy as hell. It's kind of like the same reason why women say, oh, I can't be married, I can't do this, I can't do that, because a man's still gonna cheat. Remember when I told you women who say that be 9 times out of 10 the women that a man can cheat on their girl with, and she's paranoid, so therefore she can't see herself in a relationship because she don't want that karma to come back and hit her in her ass. It's the same exact thing with men. They want to stay single because the access to coochie, like, literally is easier than it's ever been. And men know this, they see this, and I'm starting to think that they're becoming paranoid by it. They don't want to be in a relationship because they've been side niggas, and they're afraid that their girl is one of those girls. What a world we live in.
So I went on my very first Raya date last night. We went out for drinks. I am sober right now, so I got a mocktail. He was asking me, what are you looking for? And I was like, I'm actually looking for something that could potentially turn into something more serious. And he was like, I am actually not looking for anything serious right now. What do you mean you're not looking for anything serious right now? We met on a dating app. There is seriously no hope. Hinge doesn't work. Bumble doesn't work. Raya doesn't work. Meeting people organically also, in my case, didn't really work that well. So I don't know. I really don't know where to look. Where is my husband? Seriously. Is he on Earth? I don't know.
All I want this summer is a man that has a job, works out, is a foodie, but also likes to have fun, lives a balanced lifestyle. So he works out and he does his job and he grinds, but he also likes to go on the weekends. He likes to party, he likes to travel. He would, on a Thursday, stay in and we could order food or make food together and just relax, watch Netflix, do absolutely nothing but hang out with each other. But then the following weekend, we go out, we party, we have fun. He randomly texts me on a Tuesday and he says, get changed, be ready by 8 because I have a date planned for us. I made the reservation and everything and I'll be picking you up right at 8, so be ready outside your apartment. Where is that man? Because I've been looking for a man for that for this summer and I can't find them. And there's a lot of men in New York, okay, and I can't find him. But I also want him to look at me every single day and think that he won the lottery with me. So let's add that in there.
I've been single for my entire adult life. I've just turned 32 and my last boyfriend was about 15 years ago, and I've never had the experience of someone wanting to spend the rest of their life with me, laying in bed next to me, to weddings, cooking me dinner when I get home. I've never had anybody take me on a date, and that often makes me feel like I've failed at life. I've had so many thoughts of what I would do if I had a partner, like going on holiday, walking hand in hand down the street with them, someone that isn't embarrassed to be with me, cooking at home together. I see all these videos of people doing this when they're in a relationship and it looks fun. And then there's people on the other side who say it's not all it's cracked up to be, but they've also got to experience that. And when you don't get to experience that, it just feels like you're missing out. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to experience that kind of love with someone, but I just wanted other people to know that they're not alone. You can feel so lonely and like you're the only one that's going through that emotion, but there are a lot of people out there that are in the same boat. Not being able to experience that kind of love with someone can make you feel even more alone. And I just wanted people to know that you aren't alone.
The reason nobody can date these days is because I'm an old person, so I remember this time. Back in the day, you used to date somebody and you didn't know anything about them. You would just date them and slowly they would reveal their red flags over time. Unfortunately or fortunately, the thing about it is while you were getting the red flags, you were also getting the good stuff at the same time. So you're a little bit like, yeah, he's kind of addicted to corn, maybe a little misogynistic, but brings me coffee in the morning. Everything was canceling each other out. For good or bad, we ended up in these relationships. The problem nowadays is we all meet on dating apps. Because you're conversating before you meet, you learn very quickly to identify little red flags, like might ask them, how often do you change your sheets before you meet them? So you know, oh, he only changes his sheets once a month. This guy's a red flag. I'm out. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. So yeah, maybe he only changed his sheets once a month, but you know, the sex was amazing. So you were like, Now the red flags are up front. The longer you're on the apps, you start to identify things a lot faster. That's the problem That's it. We all know too much. We need to know less about each other.
I'm just gonna say the quiet part out loud and say that I fear that I may never find the love I desire. I really just don't know if it's in the cards for me. And I'm not saying this because I want anyone to feel bad for me, but I'm saying the part that I think so many single women think and are afraid to say out loud, but I'll say it. And trust me, I would rather be single than with the wrong person, and I stand by that 100% of the time. But I'm in my 30s, and I get it, that's young, like, I understand. But it's hard not to give up on that idea that what I want is never coming, and it's just not gonna happen for me. And that I will spend the rest of my life as the fun single auntie in my friend's kid's life, my family's kid's life. I will always be the one to go to the wedding alone, or the birthday party alone, the big life events by myself, and I can handle that. I've done that for years, I don't mind. But I worry that what I want isn't meant to happen for me. And I hope if you feel that way, you feel less alone by hearing me say that, or someone on the internet. I'm just a stranger to you, but I feel that way, and I think it, and I worry about it.
Okay, I have a theory on why all the hottest girls are single and nobody's married yet. I figured it out. It's because before, hot women were a rare commodity. Now, everyone is just way too hot. It's easy for girls to get hot, right? And now it's like when you see a desirable, high-value man, they have way too many options. And girls don't have options anymore. And it's so frustrating because it's like, people would kind of date in their lane, if you know what I mean. Before there was like fillers and Botox and hair and cute outfits and spray tans and all that stuff. People would date in their lane. Now, everyone's hot. And no, men can't do any type of like plastic surgery or height surgery or whatever. And with women working and men working equal pay, that's also a rare thing. So, ladies, we need to figure out a way to make men suck again. Sorry, they do suck. That's my point. They do suck. We just need to even out the ratio here. We're too hot. Men need to catch up to us. You know what I mean?
Guardian came out with a bunch of stats about Gen Z dating today, and one of the most shocking ones is that the one-night stand might be dead. It compares the frequency, 78% of millennials versus 23% of Gen Z. I think it's way, way, way too simple to assume that it's just because purity culture is winning. I refuse to accept that. I think it's that people are dragging shit out. You went out and you met someone in 2004, the chances of you finding that person and tracking them down or adding them on social media or breadcrumbing them, the like on their story that resulted in you going back and forth on stories to them coming over for a second time was very minimal, which I think means that a lot more people were seeing someone once. I think that's what this stat is missing, is how many more Gen Zs are having situationships or prolonged talking stages that never result to anything compared to what millennials were doing. That was far from the only grim statistic pointed out here though. More shocking, I would say, is that 63% of men under 30 are single, only 34% of women are. Is this the male loneliness thing I've been hearing so much about? I don't know. I don't really understand how that stat could work. Are men just saying they're single and girls are qualifying less serious things as relationships? I could not tell you, but the whole set of data has me concerned about Gen Z, and all I can tell you is do what you feel comfortable, but you're never going to find the love of your life sitting at home watching Netflix.
I'm tired of people telling me that I'm good looking, talented, I have a great personality, and that everybody would be lucky to date me, and yet I'm still fucking single. I'm tired of people telling me to put myself out there when I've put myself out there so many times and nothing ever works out for me. It just ends up being super awkward, or they ghost me, or I get heartbroken. I'm tired of people telling me to go on different dating apps when I've tried literally every dating app on the market and it's always the same shit. Guys only ever want to have sex or hook up. It's very rare to find someone that wants to go on a date with me, and then if I do go on a date with them and then they realize that I don't want to have sex with them right off the bat, they stop talking to me and they completely ignore me and do a whole 180 and act like they hate me since the moment that they met me on the stupid app. And then if I go with women, most of them don't even talk, and the ones that do talk give me very dry conversations, and if I have dates with them, they end up just being my friend. I'm tired of making friends on dating apps. Like, all these people are amazing and I love them, but I want somebody to love me romantically. I want someone to hold me, someone to kiss me, someone to cuddle with me, someone I can talk to late at night, cry to them. I'm tired of making all of these great friends that don't give me the emotional and physical supports that I need. And I'm so tired of people being like, well, it's not your looks that's the problem. Clearly, because I've seen other big girls get into relationships too. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Why am I still single? I'm so tired of it.
I cannot believe that hookup culture and sleeping around has become so normalized. And I'm not saying this from like a morally judgmental place. I'm saying it from a hygienic perspective, from like a germaphobe. There was an influencer that went on a podcast saying, don't wear condoms. Oh my gosh. And the fact that it's become so normal to think like people, it's normal to sleep with someone after the third or fourth time of going on a date with them, after a third or fourth time after meeting them. Kissing alone can change your dental hygiene. If someone has a cavity, it can like cause you to get a cavity. Now imagine the intermingling of all the other things, all the other fluids. And I understand like people don't think about this when they're teenagers, when they're under the age of 26, college age is like the hormones are racing. But I do say this not to slut shame anyone at all, but to plant it in your mind that maybe all these strangers and people you don't know could be so nasty. You don't even know what these people's day-to-day hygiene looks like. It's not worth it. Like at this point, I don't know how people aren't asking for like a full blood and urine test. This isn't even touching on the emotional and mental implications of interacting with someone in an intimate way that you don't know. Like you don't know what kind of evil or darkness they got going on in their soul. That's a whole other video. I'm just saying from a hygienic perspective, like yuck. And maybe this doesn't like click until your frontal lobe has developed. I'm putting this out there for anyone whose frontal lobe hasn't developed yet. I don't even go to the gym without wiping things down there because like Lord knows what people are carrying and putting on that gym equipment.
I knew I was destined to experience loneliness long term when I decided to be child free, not get married young, and step away from being male centered. Not just loneliness in terms of like romantic companionship, but just lonely in general. Mainly because of the resentment that I've experienced from people around me because of the choices that I've made. And it's not always been blatant. It's very subtle. It's, oh, you have money, or you have disposable income to do this. I have a child, I can't do this. I can't show up for you because I have to pay this bill. And is you have the luxury to do this. Why are you unhappy? You have disposable income to do whatever. You don't have to worry about anything. Your life is perfect. And while I don't and will never regret those choices, I do, however, feel super sad about the loneliness that I experience and just how people will not support you. They will not show up for you if you're not on the same level as them. I don't have the luxury of asking anyone around me for financial help, so I ask them to just show up. Answer the phone when I call, listen to me when I talk, because in my opinion, that's the bare minimum for a friendship. I don't ask anybody to pay my bills. And guess what? They don't even do that. And we don't talk about this loneliness that we feel as child-free people, especially women. I feel like a resource to the people around me. I feel like a bank, an ATM, because I don't have certain responsibilities, because I didn't make certain choices. My resources, me as I am seen as a resource, I'm used as a resource, and they don't think to pour back into me, and it's very lonely. And sitting on that boundary is also very lonely.
Just ask me what I want in a man, and I want like a man. Like I want like a manly man. Like I want someone that like doesn't get female things. Like I want like a man. Like I don't want you to be able to touch your toes. I don't want you to be able to understand how I got my hair straight or like what it took or if this is low or high effort. Like a man said to me, oh, I love your hair when you do that. Literally just blow dry it. Like they don't get it, but like I love that. Like I love when a man just doesn't get it. Like I'm going crazy, I'm psycho, whatever. And he's just like, oh, what should I do? Like he doesn't get it, so he's gonna ask and he's just gonna do it. Like, does that make sense? Or like, am I talking in circles here? Like, I just want a man to not understand a woman and like be so okay to learn and like baby steps and like do anything that I need him to do. Like, if I say I'm gonna have a glass of wine with the girls, like, that wine better be at my doorstep when the girls come. You know what I mean? Like, if I want breakfast, like, have you ordered it yet? I told you 2 minutes that I wanted breakfast. Like, do I want, like, a little bitch? I just love men that, like, worship me, you know? Like, is princess treatment dead? Like, if I call you at any hour of the day, like, I think that you are lucky. Like, be grateful that call landed on you. Because what's the other things? It could land on somebody else's phone. You wouldn't want that, would you? No. So be grateful.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not about to sit on here and lie like everybody else who come up on here and lie. But if we're in a relationship or we're dealing with each other or whatever, in whichever way that we're dealing with each other, you have to be a provider before you think you're about to get any of my energy or anything out of me. And I simply say this not even on no like prostitute type of timing, but it's just a simple fact that if you feel comfortable enough asking me to give you some type of pleasure, I should be able to come to you and ask you for anything. Because it's like a nigga will ask you for some and then not want to hear you ask them for some money. It's like you want some and I want some money. And it's like it's just like the two don't like, it's like they don't like that question. And it's like, why do you think I like that question? Like, if I can't call you and tell you I'm hungry and not get nothing, or if I'm not with you and I'm hungry and you can't feed me, or if I ask you for something and you can't do it, it's just like, but you want me to do all of these things, and you want me to do this, and you want me to share my energy with you, and you want me to be around you, you want me to be in your face. I'm sorry, but growing up, I was taught that a man was supposed to provide. Like, my money is my money, his money is our money. I'm sorry, y'all can say whatever y'all want. Now, I'm not saying I'm just going to be sitting here depending on a nigga to do everything for me, my life or whatever, but if you're around here, you're going to have to be doing something, because D and vibes is not about to be the thing. It's not. I like going out, I like eating, I like going on dates, I like shopping, I like all that stuff, and I need somebody to cater to all of those things that I like. Because if I'm dealing with you, I'm 100% 9 times out of 10 bringing something to the table, or I'm doing things for you as well, or you're going to be able to ask me for things too, but you're not going to be able to ask me for shit if I can't ask you for nothing. It's simple. I'm not talking to nobody that don't provide. I'm sorry, I'm not that dizzy. I just can never be that dizzy, especially because y'all niggas be cheating. I'm not getting cheated on for free now. I'm definitely not getting cheated on for free.
Club culture died once y'all started treating the women like men. Why are we paying $40 to get in? Why are we paying the same amount as men? Then y'all say we're free before 10 p.m. Okay, cool. We all get online. We waiting for 10 p.m. for the club to open. Y'all don't open the doors until 10:30. Now we cold. Then we get to the door. Y'all say it's $20. Cool. I'll give you your $20. But wait, we don't have no heels. Now it's $40. Now we gotta pay $40 because we don't got heels on. All right, cool. I'll pay the $40. Now let's say you do have heels. Thank God, because I was waiting 30 minutes in the cold to get in the club and I got some heels on. At least I saved myself some $20. You get in. There's no sections available. There's nowhere for you to sit down. Why? The men are in the sections. 10, 20, 30 men deep in the sections. You think they'll let you sit down? No. Big mistake. Rookie mistake. They're not letting you sit down. There's no space, but whoa, they just bought their homeboy. Come on, bro. I got you. You can get in. 30 men to 6 bottles and 2 hookahs. Now your feet hurt. You're mad. $40 to get in, and guess what? Now you gotta spend another $40 on drinks because you think the men is buying you drinks. They're not. Now you looking around and you realize the club is 90% men, 10% female. So now you don't even want to dance. You don't even want to try to bust a quick wine. You don't want to twerk. You don't want to do nothing. You know why? Because you're scared somebody's gonna run up and try to dance behind you, and it's not gonna be a girly. If I wasn't an influencer, I was not coming to these clubs, bro. I wasn't. Like, I don't have to wait on lines. I don't have to buy no drinks. I get in for free. Thank God. Because if I had to spend the amount of money just to hear the same songs that they play every single weekend. Last summer, you know how I knew I was going to the club so much? It was free, so I didn't really care. I was outside with my homegirls every weekend. We outside. Whoop-de-doo. It's summertime. I knew I was going to the club so much when I heard them saying the same line as the last weekend. Before they put on the next song, I heard them say the same mix of songs, same way as last weekend. There's no creativity with the DJs no more. The men are in the sections. They're standing on the couches. They're by the DJs. They're in the DJ booths. Before, you used to see mad pretty girls standing by the DJ. Nope, just men. Men rolling up, men smoking hookah, men just camera out, flash out, recording the scenery. Not women. Before, you'll see women sitting on top of the sections. Nope, just men. Just men. Men getting dressed to look good for other men. Men putting on a show for other men. Men buying bottles to brag to other men that they got bottles. Just men. Bring back $5 tickets. Bring back girls being free on certain days. Bring back ladies' night. What happened to that? If you're worried about your money going low because you stop charging the women the same amount as you charging the men, then add the money to the men's tab, because who's going to be the men? Hello?